Destiny 2 update as follows. Our next major update, Destiny 2 Shadow and Order, is undergoing large revisions and will be delayed. This update is being changed and expanded to include sizable quality of life updates, and as a result, we will also be renamed. This update will now launch on June 9th, 2026. We will now provide exact details closer to release, covering previously announced weapon tier upgrading, but also additions like expanding tiered gear to all raids and dungeon activities, Pantheon 2.0, tier 5 stats for exotic armors and more. Through June, we will continue our routine bug fixes and stability improvements, continued portal modifiers, Guardian games in March, and the return of a more frequent Iron Banner cadence April. In terms of communications, we will be focusing on providing you with update about our live game content, community activations, and general upkeep through the Twid and our Destiny social channels. Thank you for your continued patience and support. We will have more information on our next major update and future plans for Destiny 2 closer to launch. See you Starside. That's from the horse's mouth. So where does that leave us as a Destiny 2 community player base? It is quite clear that Bungie wants you to try their new IP. They've invested a lot of money in this new IP. They've got expensive voice actors. They've went all in, right? At the cost of their Destiny 2 player base, though, it is quite apparent that that is the case. So there's going to be a server slam for Marathon next week, and Marathon's coming out in March, right? I do recommend everyone, at least if you're a Bungie fan at all, try out the server slam for Marathon, for sure. It is mainly a PvP extraction shooter with added PvE elements. That's mainly what it's going for. Now then, with the suggested changes and rename of Shadow and Order, and with what they're suggesting, I don't even know if it's enough for Destiny 2. You know, you got Pantheon 2.0, which will appease raid players, but that is, I mean, not many people play raids in Destiny 2, I think, for the overall population. Adding tiered gear to all raids and dungeons is nice, but that should have been with launch of Edge of Fate. That should have just come out. Having the tiered exotic armor, that should have also come out with Renegades. We was promised to have that with Renegades or shortly after Renegades. This was last year. So a lot of the things that they promised last year aren't coming until this extra delay that we're going to not get until June. I was prepared as a content creator to wait until maybe April, and I'd have been happy enough if it was only delayed an extra month. But for it to be delayed till June makes it that I need to diversify my content on my channel. There's no way that I can only just survive off Destiny 2. So we'll go over the things that I'm going to do over these next 3-4 months. But I am still going to cover Destiny 2. But like I say, I think for the long term of Destiny 2, I don't think Pantheon 2.0 or exotic armor is going to truly save the game. It'll bump the player numbers up a little bit, but this IP is starting to depreciate. But what I will say is, when Bungie invests in Destiny 2, it still works. Renegades worked. We got one of the best match-made activities ever created in Destiny 2 called Lawless Frontiers. So when they do put their mind to it, there's still excitement for D2 if there's content to play. If there isn't, then there isn't. The biggest Destiny 2 killer is Destiny 2 themselves. Bungie themselves. Yeah. You know, it stood the test of time. It's lasted a long time. I don't foresee that this IP will die. It won't, because there's no other IP on the marketplace that can replicate what this game does right now. So it won't die, but the player numbers will plummet even lower. Where does that leave me, though? That's what we're going to break down right next. So for players that have watched me over the years, you'll know that I specialise in PvE solo endgame content. That is my sector, and has been since 2017. Yeah, we're now 2026. That's almost a decade's worth of endgame solo content that you've had off me. And 90% of my stuff is solo content, because that suits my personality. It suits the style of my content as well. We've always been in this problem as Destiny 2 creators being pigeonholed into the game. Destiny 2 has been a beautiful game to us over the years. This last 12 months, though, not so much. It has really started to tank, and it's not the community's fault. It's not creators' fault. It's just that there's lack of content. No content. That's it. You know, people need purpose. No purpose. Well, then we wait until what comes. Yeah. So what do I do going forward? What I'm going to do is diversify this channel. I'm going to have to. It's going to be hard going. It's going to be very tough on me, but I'm just going to have to do that. But obviously, I'm going to have to enjoy myself doing it, because if I don't enjoy myself, people aren't going to like the content. So, you know, I enjoy a plethora of games, but like I say, I've always been pigeonholed into Destiny 2 because there's nothing else on the market exactly like it. The closest thing to it is Warframe. That's why I'm going to do a bit of Warframe content. I've got a few hundred hours on my Warframe account, but I'm thinking about resetting it and doing a new player experience, because I'm a Warframe blueberry, really. I know bits and pieces about the game, but I'm not a specialist. I am a specialist in Destiny 2, and that is my comfort zone, but like when you start doing Warframe content, no, I'm not a specialist. You would need to learn it all up. You'd need to read on Wikipedia everything about it. It would take a long time to be very good at it, but I could do like a new player experience on Warframe. So one day I might upload Destiny 2 stuff. One day I might upload Warframe stuff. One day I might upload Division stuff. Or Destiny 1 Classic. Destiny Classic content. Okay, we can do that as well. But I can't do all of it to Destiny 1, right? Marathon's coming out. I've got exclusive Marathon gameplay to show you and break down. I can do commentary AD breakdown just like I do for Destiny 2, but on Marathon. I've already got the footage to show you it. Some exclusive footage that Bungie give me, right? So I can actually break that down and you might see that, okay? So we can even do a little bit of that. So we're going to have to diversify ourselves, basically. But when Destiny 2 does pick up to normal, regular reigns, then obviously I'll be all back in to focus on that. So like when Shattered Cycle and all that stuff comes out, which will be probably this fall, right? We'll be all in to like do it, as long as the content's good, of course. But yeah, it is going to be a rocky period, and these are the things that I can do. Division 1 got a update from 30 frames to 60 frames per second, that's what we've been asking as Destiny 2 players, is to get Destiny 1 at 60 frames with an FOV slider. And yet on Division 1, Division players are getting Division 1 remastered, kind of, in a sense. 60 frames is a big deal. To go from 30 frames to 60 frames is massive for Division 1. Borderlands 4 is getting a March update, which I'm not confident on at all because the game hasn't done very well. Borderlands 4 has tanked. If you think Destiny 2's tanked, Borderlands 4 has tanked even harder. Yeah, looter shooters do. That's the price you pay with them. Yeah, that is the price you pay. So that's what we're going to do. One day you'll see me do Destiny 2 stuff. I'll still cover Guardian games. We can do weekly solo content for Destiny 2 still. Trickling in some Warframe stuff. Maybe even Division stuff. And such like that. And if Marathon has some good PvE elements, right, then, because that's what I specialise in. It is a PvP extraction shooter, but there are some details shrouded in mystery about it on the PvE side of things, i.e. being a raid boss and a raid map and all this sort of stuff and a lot of secrets. So it's not cut and dry. It is a PvP extraction shooter, but there are some secrets about Marathon that we don't know about. And I will be playing Server Slam still. Like I say, I've got this exclusive Marathon footage to give to you, but I need to research a bit more about what I'm watching, see, because I don't know every little detail what I'm watching about Marathon, because I'm a specialist for Destiny 2, not Marathon, right? There is a game coming out this year, or meant to be, the back end of this year, called The Cube, and I'm really excited and looking forward to that game. It's an online MMO, first-person shooter with unique mechanics. The landscape looks like the final shape, Pale Heart. It's from a developer called Monkfish, who made and developed Atomic Heart. I am very excited for that game, but the details are also shrouded in mystery. But rumours are that it's coming out this year, back end of this year, maybe fall 2026. I am excited for that, and I know that might be a cult following for it. We don't know. But I thought I would mention that as well. So like I said, to remind you, I'm not going to stop doing Destiny 2 content. It's just that I'm going to have to diversify myself. Basically, the situation, it's life. We're sort of forcing our hand to adapt. If we don't adapt, the channel's existence will go down. And I've seen channels die, even if I had 100k subs. If I stop posting or if I don't do what I should be, the channel can go from 100% to 0% no matter what. I mean, we've got a good, decent follower, nearly 50,000 subs, and I want to keep that up, and I don't want to alienate players at the same time. But I think people have an understanding, especially Bungie players, that what the situation kind of is that it's sort of, well, what can you really say? It's just that it's the timing of everything. Bungie wants you to play a marathon. They really, really do want you to play it. We better hope that the game is successful, because if it's not, I don't know what's gonna happen after March if it's a failure. Anyways, that is my update on this channel. Hope you enjoy. Thank you.